Hello. So we had some bugs that they fixed. They actually just gave us a message about this as game message. Hi, after the release of a major update on September 30th, you may have encountered a number of problems in battles with totems and titans. Yesterday, we fixed them. We apologize for the inconvenience. Please accept these resources and continue your journey in Dominion. Note this message available till October 10th. Kind regards, Hero Wars team. So we got Bronze Guild War trophy, 80 gold trophies, 3 portal charges, large skinstone chests. This is quite the message here. We get gold trophies, silver war trophies, bronze trophies. This is pretty cool. The other thing we got is that they actually also had a second game message. Hi, something was missing in our previous letter with resources for the inconvenience caused. Please collect the 500 energy and continue on your journey to Dominion. This message available till October 10th. So we got 500 energy as well. Remember, these ones expire. See how these are available for 5 more days? Available for 5 more days. Most messages, like they just stayed permanently. This one's only 7 more days. It's from the Clash. Because my guild won. We got 44 trophies. But a lot of these ones that you can hold forever. There's no expiration date, so I can save these portal charges for when I need them. But like energy, like I said, always keep in mind on the expiration date. But there's a whole list of patch notes, so I'm going to go tab over to that and read the patch notes for you. Alright, so here's what it says. It says, Hero Wars, after the release of a major update last week, you may have encountered a number of problems in the battles of totems and titans. Yesterday, we fixed them. Fixed interaction between Hyperion's Frost Needle's skill and Earth Titan's Totem Crystal Barrier, the Song of the Ancient Mountain skill. His Frost Needles now deal barrier damage on both melee and ranged enemies. As stated in the skill's description, but Hyperion himself also received reflected damage from the Earth Totem's Barrier. Fixed interaction of fire and water totem skills with Earth Totem's Barrier. The water totem skill now property does damage to Earth Totem's Barrier. Fire totem skill now starts dealing damage to Earth Totem's Barrier as soon as the firestorm appears on the battlefield. Like I said, it seemed to be like a hitbox issue. Like the firestorm would hit the totem sometimes, but not always, which I think would be like suggest like a hitbox issue. Fixed interaction between 2 Earth Totem Barriers. If 2 Earth Totem Barriers are activated in the battlefield at the same moment, damage from the Titan's attacks and skills is now reflected into the barrier instead of the Titan's itself. Previous damage in such cases was reflected back to the Titans. Fixed interaction between the Water Totem skill and Eden's Subterranean Prison skill. The Water Totem skill now heals allies pulled under the ground by the Eden skill. Fixed Araji's Scorching Beam skill. It deals 3.5% more damage than it was stated in the skill description, and this was a bug. Looks like he got hit. He got a stealth buff that nobody noticed, but it's back to where it's supposed to be. He had a stealth buff. That's funny. But other Earth Totem Barrier fixes: when the barrier activates the moment when projectiles from Nova's or Silva's skills are flying towards enemies are protected by the activated barrier, dealing damage to the barrier worked incorrectly. Damage reflection on Titans that fired those projectiles also worked incorrectly. Titans that are protected by Earth Totem's barrier can now be targeted by the enemy Titans, but the barrier will still absorb and reflect the damage. Previously, the barrier prevented enemies from targeting allied Titans that were protected by the barrier, and because of this, some skills could work incorrectly, mistakenly considering that the Earth Totem's barrier is the only target on the battlefield. The barrier now correctly reflects double damage taken onto attacking enemies in situations described above. Previously reflected double damage taken incorrectly or did not reflect damage at all. That was a lot of bugs. This is not listed on here is that they're still working on the health buff on in the Clash of Worlds bug. There's like specific bugs related to the Clash of Worlds. I talked about that in yesterday's video, which I'll probably link at the end of this one. But there's some other bugs related to that. So let's go tab back to the game. So there was like a bug in the Clash of Worlds. As far as I know, this one has not been fixed. It's still too early to really know about this one, but we had, let's see, let's find a Fire Titan bug here. I think I went too far down. Let's see. Here's the Heroes Bridge. Bastion of Fire right here. Here's one. So if you look So the buff's supposed to increase their max health, says max health. It does increase their max health, but doesn't increase their actual health, which is apparently a bug. I mean, I mentioned this because this buff, as currently implemented, is purely detrimental. Andrew said it was a bug, and they're still working on it. But they should, like I said, because health energy gain is based like on how much your max health is. So if you have more health, your energy gains slowly. So this buff, as currently implemented, is purely detrimental. So that's a bad buff, obviously, so that's a problem. They're gonna fix it, or they should be fixed. But I do have the message about that. Right, so we'll pull that message up from Andrew, and I'll just post it up here. Right, you see that? It says it's a buff. It says the Fire Titan bug buff, health buff is still being worked on. So there's actually a couple of other buildings that have that same buff. But apparently that is a bug that is not working as intended. So they're working on that one. So that should get corrected. But yeah, so there's a lot of bugs. Looks like they fixed most of the egregious ones. They gave quite a nice package of rewards. That's a lot of trophies. I love to see it. Remember, the things do expire after 5 days, so you do have to claim these in a few days, so don't let them go to waste. You might want to save the energy for when the Mort event is up this weekend, because there's a Mort event coming, and you'll probably, like I said, and there's a spend energy quest, so you might want to save that for that. But yeah, overall, these are pretty good rewards, so don't let them go to waste. And if you missed my video about the Clash of Worlds being bugged and about the totem bugs and stuff, check that out below. Thanks for watching.